What's good, everybody? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of the Celebrity Junk. Brother Tariq Nasheed and Pan-Africanism Strikes Back have now gotten into a situation where Tariq Nasheed is taking Pan-Africanism Strikes Back, it appears, to civil court. And of course, I think it's a restraining order that has something to do with, Tariq saying that, Brother Brandon is, our Pan-Africanism Strikes Back is stalking him, harassing him, and all of that. But this pretty much stems from Tariq Nasheed, who represents, he's African-American, you call that, or what he considers to be FBA. Yvette Carnell would consider to be ADOS. That because of Tariq Nasheed's criticisms of certain Africans who talk bad about black people are disagreeing in the Pan-African community. And Brother Pan-Africanism Strikes Back takes it as a shot at Pan-Africanism. All right? And because Pan-Africanism Strikes Back believes that Tariq Nasheed is somewhat fraudulent in his tactics or his behaviors, or he is wrong about Pan-Africanism and FBA is wrong and it is also a fraud. So that is what caused Brother Pan-Africanism to strike back towards the rhetoric coming from Tariq Nasheed. From what I realized for a few months when it first started, or when I realized it, maybe it was going on before I realized it. When I started to realize it, I noticed that that Tariq Nasheed didn't really pay up much attention. Typically, he won't pay something so much of attention. Even I had something to say about Tariq Nasheed, didn't really say anything until about a month later, and that was a clip you guys have shared with me. I like Tariq Nasheed. I don't have any problems with him. Just like Pan-Africanism Strikes Back, I obviously talk to Pan-Africanism Strikes Back on the phone here and here and there. But I guess that it got to a point that Tariq Nasheed decided that he would sort of clap back. And of course, the way that Tariq Nasheed does things is when he first says something to you, it's going to be almost like a roast. So, what he cooked Umar up and he cooked a lot of people. And then he has these little Tommy Sotomayor cartoons where he called them like the crispy doll. That was classic, And then he made somewhat of a skit of Pan-Africanism Strikes Back, which he made him into a character called Bucci Bear. And it was funny. I'm not gonna lie, it was funny. So, but then I think around the same time that FBA was having some kind of protest, something like that, Pan-Africanism Strikes Back was showing up to it and confronting some of the people about what they were talking about. Again, it never got physical. And then obviously Tariq Nasheed has the Hidden History Museum, and I donated to that, not so much, like $50. And Brother Brandon was telling me hey, he's not going to do anything with the Hidden History Museum and all that. And then so he started seeing those things. And so it got to the point where Brother Tariq, from what I understand, just kind of got enough of it, and then or what he felt was enough. So he's taking Brother Brandon to court. All right. What I want to do is play a clip of Brandon going to the court date. This is day one of court, and what Pan-Africanism Strikes Back had to say about Tariq, and then I'm going to play Tariq's part, a small part of it, and then we'll come back.
So it was all good. And there was no animosity between me, the lawyer, Tariq's lawyer, and my lawyer. We were all good. We even sat in the hallway while Tariq was hiding over in the corner with his security detail, talking, trying to come to some kind of resolution or whatever. That being said, man, I'm telling y'all, I do not like to speculate. Y'all know me. But, bro, there is something going on between Tariq and his lawyer. I'm sorry. When I was talking to the man in the hallway, I didn't feel it, right? But, man, that dude turned into, when in front of that judge, bro, I said, oh. I whispered over to my lawyer, and I was like, yo, I think they fucking... My lawyer just was like, He just starts shaking his head, bro. I'm not even lying to you. He just starts shaking his head, bro. But yeah. So the court, the whole thing was kind of like, it was random as hell. First and foremost, I want to tell you guys, y'all, with the Tariq, your Brandon, it's not looking good, bro. Listen, clearly, if you think that Tariq won, you don't understand how the law works. The law is not based on Negroes getting out of the courtroom and going on the internet joking, Bucci Bear. First of all, he totally denied Bucci Bear was about me and all that stuff. So and he admitted that, right? So the thing, what he's like, oh, it's a cartoon that my company owns. That's what he said. I don't care either way. We didn't even bring up Bucci Bear like that. My lawyer brought up Bucci Bear just to establish the fact that me and Tariq were going back and forth, right? And ultimately, if you understand the law, there's really no way Tariq can win. He's in a lose-lose situation. Even if the judge were to grant the restraining order, which is highly unlikely that she will, we can just appeal it, and the next judge will throw it out because it would be totally unconstitutional. And if you guys understand how the law works, this judge can't grant a restraining order on something that would impact the entirety of social media, YouTube, everything. This is literally something where a precedent would be set. And I don't think that the lady who's the commissioner, she's not even a judge, the commissioner who's presiding over these proceedings, I don't think she really would want something like that on her record, because this is totally, it's all First Amendment, if you understand it. And that's what my lawyer was establishing. And here's the issue. I feel like this dude and this lawyer have some type of like relationship that's in a like sexual nature. So even if you heard it, and we gonna get the transcript, Tariq like, man, I can't wait to get the transcript. Wait till we get the transcripts, because me and my lawyer we gonna get the transcripts, because we're gonna bring the transcripts to the next hearing, because he was like, you know what? I don't want the judge to be like making a ruling based on stuff she didn't forgot. He's like, so let's get the transcripts. We can highlight it, submit that to the court, so she can literally see what Tariq said. So when he goes to the next court date, he won't be trying to change what he said, walk back, because that's what Tariq, he was even doing that in front of the judge, and the judge called him out on it, right? Not answering the questions directly, speculation. We had a bunch of objections, and she was sustaining them because Tariq, it was like the lawyer operated more like somebody who knows Tariq personally than his lawyer. Like when my lawyer was cross-examining Tariq, his lawyer kept jumping in trying to answer the questions. The judge had to tell his lawyer, like, sir, you need to let your client, answer the question. This is a cross-examination. You need to be quiet. The judge had to tell the lawyer that. And that made me only further think like, yo, these dudes got some type of personal relationship, because the way he was jumping up to try to defend Tariq, like try to like interrupt the questioning, was like, wait a minute, bro. Like, I get that you his lawyer, but you getting paid to represent this dude, or are you? Because most lawyers will not want to take. I'm talking about when I say this man's hands was shaking when he was trying to put the little phone down so the projector could see it, so they could put it up on the screen. He was very nervous.
Oh yeah, I went to. Oh, do y'all want to hear about the court date today? Do y'all want to hear about that? Do y'all want to hear about my court date today? That's why I'm late doing the broadcast. I was in court all day today. Guys, I was in court today. When I say it was comedy, family, when I say that the court date was comedy, oh my goodness, it was so funny. So, and I got to be very careful about what I say, because the court date has been continued to next month. All right, so I got to be careful about what I say. The court date has been continued to next month. Okay, because the judge wanted some other information. But for those who don't know, y'all know certain moist fuckboys who are men stalkers say a lot of reckless stuff and do a lot of reckless stuff and harass. I don't know where this thing where dudes stalk other men, but I'm not the one for that. And we filed a case, and we're going to file some more cases. We're going to have a defamation case pretty soon. Okay, we got to start Tasha K-ing people. All right, we got to start Tasha K-ing people. See, I like what Cardi B did by putting Tasha K on the hot seat. That set a great precedent. So we got a civil case that's going to be popping a little later, but right now we got a civil harassment case. So we're taking this thing in stages, getting everything documented. See, we're getting a lot of the actions of some of these fuckboys documented. And we had one of the head fuckboys in court today. Dude, first of all, this dude has the worst lawyer. Titty man, he has the worst lawyer ever. He had I don't know if he got his lawyer from Craigslist. The lawyer, oh yeah, this whole thing with all of this Tariq obsession, this nonsense. And now when it gets to the point where people are physically threatening and all of that old suckers, no, we got to do something about that. So we get the chunky fuck boy, we get him in court. He comes to court in a big ass Lane Bryant dashiki. Looking like Queen Latifah. He comes in there switching them hips in court and sneaking pictures and shit, trying to clout chase. Nigga, he's in court trying to clout chase, sneaking pictures. Look at this Tariq. Like a big fat groupie. Look at Tariq right there. Look at Tariq got security. Look at all the security Tariq has. When I say this dude's lawyer was janky, me and my lawyer were in there lighting his ass up. We in there just going to work on him and that janky lawyer. So and here's the thing, y'all, some of y'all who know his get down, we documented all of the stalking, harassing, the defamatory comments, going up to my property and all of this whole shit. So they don't really have a defense. They have no defense. So, they got to just make up something. They really don't have a defense. So his defense is him trying to pass himself off as a journalist. I'm a journalist. Like, you're not no damn journalist. So we're in there just grilling him. We're laying it all. We already got what we need. We done made all of his bullshit public record now. It's in the court records. So that's a victory within itself. All of his stuff is in the court. It's documented.
So guys, you heard all of what had to be said there. And again, I'm an African American. You would call that, in his words, FBA. But I'm also a person that is a Pan-African at heart. I haven't always identified myself as that. And I know some people don't believe that Pan-Africanism doesn't work. And that's fine. Like I said, I love all my brothers and sisters. What I would say is, for me, if you don't like what somebody is saying, people are going to disagree with what you got to say. That's what it is, right? And the thing that I've always told people is, if you don't like Tommy Sotomayor, or if you don't like me, or let's say, for example, Kevin Samuels or his brother Tariq Nasheed, or even Pan-Africanism Strikes Back, right? The fans that like those brothers are going to like them. Nothing you can do to change that. And sometimes when what we're doing is, we need to, at least for me, I stick to what I believe in. I'm not here to change nobody's opinion. There are people who talk about, I have the Pan-African Dating Show, and then basically you have people that come over and leave negative comments and all kind of stuff. I just delete it, And I think that what you're going to see here is that you're going to have differences of opinion in the black world on Brother Brandon's side, on the side of whoever feels like Tariq Nasheed does. At the end of the day, when people feel on polar opposites like they do, it's best to just let them go your way and you go your way. That's what it is, it's and I think that's the most conducive use of energy. Now that's how I feel. That's how I feel. You know, I say a few things and then I'm on to the next thing. You know, people feel how like they want to feel, and again, ain't nothing you can do to change your mind. Like Brother Umar, he's a great lecturer. Brother Brandon and me go back and forth about Umar, just like he go back and forth with me about Tariq, because I like Tariq. I also like Brother Umar. I just think that Brother Umar has a lot to be. He leaves a lot to be desired, right? But Brandon loves Umar Johnson to the T. We disagree on that, but what we can agree on, we will. You know, and that's the thing. You know, and I'm going to be watching because I think this is entertaining. I'm just going to be real. The clips that Brother Tariq is talking about and Brother Pan is entertaining on both sides for me. But I would say is this: the brothers would get more far, dealing with what they believe in and developing their own ideologies. And at the end, we'll see which one is the best. But guys, what do you think? It's your boy O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of Celebrity Junk. Appreciate you for all that you do. We're out.